There's a fish on this one. You keep your eye on the other one. See if I can get into this one, but there's a fish on both of them. Oh, good morning everyone, and welcome back to day 2 of our Norwegian experience. We didn't go back out last night because the wind picked up, and one of the marks which we wanted to try and fish was unfishable. We went to another mark which was unfishable, so then we decided to have an early night, get up nice and early. We've come down to Bessica Harbour. Quite a good halibut mark, quite a good cod mark. You can catch a variant among the species here, and it's sheltered by the wind. Slalpani round is like a big cliff behind us, and we're fishing on a breakwater. Quite a snaggy mark. Obviously you're casting onto sand, but about 30 or 40 yards out there is a reef, and there's little pockets in the reef which you can bring the fish up, but that is if the fish wants to play game. If it doesn't, it can be a little bit dicey trying to make your way through the reef. So the boys are up there now. It is a little bit windy, that's why I'm standing behind the truck and speaking to you. I will pan you round after to show you the area which we're fishing, and I'll try and do my best, but it is quite windy out there, to tell you the truth, which is, I know it's off out back, but then it's coming down the hill, and it is obviously we are hitting it a bit. If we could have fished a little bit further back, it would have been a lot better. But yeah, fantastic day yesterday. What a start to the trip. Like I spoke about, I think it was 4 halibut caught. The biggest was 35 pound, all released as well. There was quite a few double figure cod, pollock, 8s and 9s, a lot of fish. Difficult conditions to film in yesterday on that pier with the wind. I tried my best. I had a look at the footage last night when we got back in and we were having a beer. It was quite difficult to try and get everyone in. The floodlights were getting blown over, the tripod was getting blown over, but hopefully I've got enough content in it for you. Today now I'll take you through this mark, how I'm going to fish this mark, how I'm going to fish it because of the rocky reef, and how I found out to get my lead back in and get my rig back in and everything. So I can talk you through that. So if you fishing rough ground, this is how I fish it. You might, some of the people up north that are experts at fishing rough ground, they might have different opinions, but this is how I've adapted to fish here. Yeah, so I'm going to keep on baiting up now. I've got 2 rods in the water. Matt is over there watching it, and hopefully, the sun has just come up now. It's quite cold when you go out there. I haven't got my coat on yet, but behind the car it's quite nice, to tell you the truth. But hopefully now we can have another great day like we had yesterday and get some fish for the camera for you. Right, I've baited all that up now, and what I'll talk you through is the biggest thing, a problem like I have is issue with my hands after that operation on my neck, but all the issues with people with their hands out there. So what I found was when I come out, obviously you're handling cold bait and that. So what I tend to do, I normally have a few pairs of gloves with me. If I got to whip any bait on anything, I've got these ice gloves, quite inexpensive, thermal. And it's got a rubber thing here and they're waterproof, so I use that then just to bait up when I'm out there. Obviously I've done it behind here with bare hands because it's quite warm and forgiving, but if I'm out on a mark and it's wind and it's well in the minuses, I use the ice glove. And straight after that then I've got battery operated rechargeable thermal gloves, so when you're just hanging around waiting for a bite and all that, obviously I put those on, put the heater on low, and that keeps my hand warm, because the last thing you want to do is go down with your hands. The thing is, when it's in the minus 20s, when you're handling cold and wet stuff, obviously that freezes, your hands freeze, and that's when you got issues. Because last time we were out there when it was in the minus 20s, one of the boys didn't have any gloves, or he had a pair of gloves, the gloves went wet, and then after that then, he had practically had frostbite on his hands, where his hands were getting damp and then freezing. So that's what I always do. I have 1 pair of gloves for baiting up, and once I've baited up I take them off, put them in my bag out the way, and then I put a pair of thermal gloves on when I'm just standing and hanging around. But I hope that's a quite quick tip for you on that. Always have a few pairs of gloves. I normally bring 4 out to me. I got the rest of the ones I used last night when you see me, now we're in the lodge drying, and I've got another pair then here, and I've got my heated ones then ready. But yeah, hopefully now Matt and I are up there. Our baits are in the water. You can only really fish this, as we spoke, this mark over high water, because when the tide drops out, you won't get any leads back because of the reef. But with high water, you can generally get it up over it. But it's a fantastic mark, it is. The open sea is just behind the island there, and then obviously it channels through, and then hopefully we can channel the fish onto it. Yeah, I do like fishing Bessica. Where we used to fish before, when I used to come up here first with Phil Dale, unfortunately they built chalets there now, but it used to be a really good mark. Me and Phil used to have a lot of halibut from there, but you can't fish it now because they've built chalets there. When I pan the camera around, you'll probably be able to see them. Shame I couldn't get the drone up, because Bessica is so pretty here with the mountains and that behind us. But I think the drone would be probably in Holland if I flew it up now with the wind. But that's what I do with my hands. With the gloves, I have a few pairs of gloves and change them when you're baiting up. Once you've baited up, take them off and put a dry pair on. That's really important. So I'm going to get back to the fishing now. I just thought that'd be quite a useful tip for you. Oh well, that's our first fish. Apologies I couldn't film over there. The camera got blown over. Everything was getting blown over. It's absolutely blowing a gale out there. I've come behind the truck now, and just to show you, yeah, I don't know, 2.5, 3 pound cod. That was the first cast I was out, but it was quite well funny. Matt was trying to film and the camera was just getting blown over in the end. I said just to leave it, but we first fish, first cast. Hopefully they get bigger, because this is quite small. This is, unfortunately I'm gonna have to take it back because it was gut hooked even on a circle hook. But yeah, great start, and hopefully I'm going to try and work out how to film for you, because out there now it is absolutely blowing a gale. But yeah, first cast, first fish. Oh, it's been a bit slow to tell you the truth, but now I just put a smaller bait on, and I popped it up with some pop-ups, and there's a bite on here. I don't think there's anything to write home about, but it's definitely a fish on it. The wind, Steve's holding onto the GoPro. The wind, as you can see, is horrendous here. It's coming over our head. I've been slacklined on this one now. Oh, let me sort myself out. Yeah, that's been slacklined, look. Completely slacklined. There's a fish on this one. You keep your eye on the other one, see if I can get into this one, but there's a fish on both of them. There's no finesse here, or you just got to get them up. Yeah. Oh, you can feel it coming up over the ledges. It's just put your back into it and get them up over the ledges. It's even worse when you got a bigger fish on. You feel it going up over the ledges now. Oh. You see it coming up through the water there now. That's a ling.
Ding-a-ling.
Ding-a-ling. Obviously Matt will gaff this now, because I know Stephen, who's with us, loves ling. So they'll be coming home with us, and normally they blow as well. Oh, brilliant.
Like the wine.
Yep.
Yeah, he's blown.
Blown is here.
Hand you the...
Yep.
There's the lead as well.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah. Oh, brilliant. What I'll do is now, I'll quickly sort this out and we'll have a look at him. Oh, you just see me bringing it in now, and a lovely ling. Not the biggest ling I've ever had, but that's a welcome sight. And I know Steve likes eating these, and it had blown because it come up for quite a depth of water. But yeah, fishing's quite hard today and difficult. I know Steve's holding the GoPro there because the wind is horrendous on you. I know it's from the back, and it's bitterly cold. But yeah, so far just a cod and a ling. Hopefully the fishing picks up. But that's Norway for you. Like yesterday was brilliant. But today's been quite difficult, and this mark is normally quite productive, and hopefully now when the tide turns we can get into fish. Yeah, but nice to see a ling. I'll get him in the cool box now for Steve to eat this evening, and hopefully we can get into some more fish for you later. And I had a slight run on you, but the bites have been really finicky today. Let's get into it and have a look. Yep. Yep. That was really, it took a bit of dragging that, but that was a really finicky bite. Normally out here they just hit it. Yeah, I don't think it's a very big fish if it's on you. It's been quite slow today and difficult in this wind. That's in.
Missed it.
Yeah.
On this one as well.
Look. I got the camera on now if you can see it. Have a look on the right rod. While I run on it, it stopped. Here we go, see? Here we go. Hope you can pick that up. Still there. And that's on the ring rig, the big bait. I've been having lots of small bites on there. But I think there's a lot of little fish in here. And the good thing is about the ring rig, the big bait, it stops you catching the little pesky ones. I think there's a lot of small fish in the area, but we're fishing with big baits because we don't really want to catch a 2 to 3 pound cod. I think if you put weighing baits out there, I think you'd be inundated with dab and little small codling, but we're all fishing big baits. Hopefully that'll go again now. Hopefully it's not an halibut, to tell you the truth. I think it's an halibut as well. The halibut's a lot quicker. And when you're fishing for halibut, when in season, normally leave it run 3 times. First time it's hitting the bait, the second one it's manoeuvring it and swallowing it, and then the third one is normally when it runs off with it. Well, that wind is cold, man, it's biting us. Here we go, it's going again now, see it? Here we go, pulling down, pulling down. just praying for it just to keep going. But it's been a lot slower today, and this mark is normally quite good for producing fish, but it's been quite slow today. But we just come into that nice hour now. There's a lot of the marks in, as we've spoken about in Norway, more productive over low water here. So we're just getting down to that good time. We're just going to be losing the light shortly, so into the witching hour. So far I've just had the scene of the ling and the cod. I tell you something, this mark, it gets your heart going, because you've got a proper wind in, because where we're fishing now it's a reef in front of us, and it goes out about 40 yards and then steps down, and it's on the clean sand then. But to get it up then, you've got to wind to get it up over that reef. If you don't, you're in a world of pain. That's why we're using dongles here and circle hooks, so the hooks are not getting caught in the reef. Yeah, so I've let it out, run 3 times now. Like I said, it's that big bait, so hopefully it's going to be on. But it's a very, here it goes, watch it pulling down. But it's not, the fish are really delicate. Biting you. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is here now, it's getting up through all the ledges. So it's some tremendous mark, but it's quite cheeky. Don't think it's anything massive, but
Fish resisting, or are you in?
snag. Yeah, that's the issue you have here. They try and bury themselves in the reef. It's in the reef. Yeah, that's the trouble you get here. It's murder sometimes. We lost so good fish, but being patient with the men. And hopefully we can get him out. Yeah. Yeah. In the ledge it is. So all we're going to do is hopefully now the fish will swim it out. Try a different angle now. Oh, so what I'm going to do is now, obviously that is pretty stuck in there. I leave, what I always do now, I just leave that for about five minutes, and hopefully then the fish can pull it out, because it's jammed up. I got a rotten bottom on it, but I don't want to keep on tugging it because it will snap. So I'm just going to leave that now for 5 or 10 minutes, and hopefully I can get back to you and the fish has worked its way out. But yeah, that's all I can do, because that is proper in there. Oh, nightmare. But that's the issue here. Once that fish gets buried into the reef, you've got to try and get him up over it quickly. So what I'll do is I'll leave that now for about 5-10 minutes, and I'll get back to you then, and cross fingers we can get the fish out. Yeah, I managed, Steve just messed around with the camera, but I managed to, I left it for about 5 minutes, and then I managed to get it out to that snag. Steve's going down now. Oh, that was a right ordeal, that was then. I left it for 5 minutes. And then I could see it biting again, so then I leaned into it. And I managed to get it out to the snag. Oh. And Steve bringing it up here now. Right, that was a right ordeal. It must have got buried right into the ledge. Here's Steve coming up with it now. What we'll do is we'll let Steve come up with it, and then I'll get back to you. Well, that was a right ordeal. You seen the bite in that, and then taking drag, and then it got stuck in the reef in front. I left it for 5 minutes. I could see it starting to pull again, and I got into it and I managed to bully it through. It's a lovely cod. Look at that. There's the big bait bomb, I call it, on the dongle rig, and he's hooked perfect in there. Look at it hanging out of his mouth. Lovely stamp of fish. That's like a little kelpie, the one, the resident fish, a nice orange one. So that was a right ordeal trying to get it up over that reef. But yeah, that's why I always say, if you get stuck like that, just leave it 5 or 10 minutes, and hopefully the fish can come out instead of just tugging it and having a snap off, because that fish should have been stuck out there with that then in it. But yeah, brilliant, man. We're just coming to that best time now, so hopefully we can get a few more of these. But it's full of crab inside his mouth. Mad, full of crab. So they're feeding on crab definitely. I think that's what the reef is, because the reef goes out 40 or 50 yards and it goes onto the sand, and the reef must be full of crabs, because he's got loads of crab inside him there. That's great, man. But I'm going to get him sorted now and into the box, and hopefully we can get some more cod now. I brought you back quickly because I was a close inspection of this cod. Earlier on I had a bite, and I wound into it and I struck into it, and I said to Matt, and I got it halfway in, and then it just went all light. So I think my hook, when I wound it back in, my hook was gone on the dongle rig. So I hope I can do it now. I was looking inside the fish's mouth when I said about the crab and that, and my dongle rig is in there. I hope you can see it. If you right in close, I don't know if I can open it in there. I hope it comes out, and my dongle rig is in there. That's madness. Right in the bottom, you can see the little ring in there. So that cod, obviously, I'd ate my rig earlier on and I lost it because they rubbed the hook off. And then he's come back and ate that. That's madness. That is, you wonder about cod and that. So he's got the dongle rig with an 8-0 circle down inside his belly, and he's come round then and ate the other bomb one. Mad. But I'm going to get him sorted now, but I thought I'd bring you back to show you how cod are just mad, didn't he? Must have had a pound of herring earlier on, and he's come back for another pound of herring. But yeah, crazy. I thought I'd bring you back. I've never had seen that before, but you can see a cod then, they don't care at all. You know, he's got a circle hook inside him, and he's still feeding. But I'm going to get him sorted now and keep on going, and cross fingers. We're just starting to lose the light now. We're just coming to low water, so it's ideal time now for this mark, and hopefully we can get into a nice big cod for you, or a big coalfish or pollock, which you can get off here when the tide starts flooding back in. Yeah, well funny that is. Well, we're just starting to lose the light now, but the wind has been horrendous. But my right hand rod then pulled down, took drag, pulled down, took drag. So hopefully I'm going to leave it now to see if you can see it. I'll light it up now, the right hand rod. But the bites today have been really funny, they have. Normally out here you get bump 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 and you know, on a proper good bite, but they've been really slow and majestic. Then can't you put the camera on and he starts pulling it over? Mad. There we go. You see him now, here he goes. That's running with it, look. Hopefully we can go that on there then. I was running with it, lovely. Right, Steve. Let's get into it, man. Yeah. That was the fun part, trying to get it over this ledge. See, that's one that's gone over. It's just lean back and wind. I hope it doesn't bury his head. And keep the pressure on him. Can't even pump it. Just got to... Oh no. Oh, it's over. Come on. There's another ledge then. There's a series of ledges. Oh no, he's stuck in that one, oh. Right. Give him some slack again. Yep, we got him over again. See the trick? Just leaving him. I think he's pulled the fish off. I think he's come off. No, it hasn't. That's another ling. Whoa, Steve. Just leave it, Steve. You go and do your rod. Steve's rods have gone over. In the wind. What we'll do is we'll turn it off now because Matt's got to get down there, and we'll get back to you once we get it up. Oh, that was a right ordeal, that was. You've seen it coming up through over the reef and over the ledges, and it's another ling. Oh, let me get him up here. Yeah, another ling. You don't normally get ling on this mark, but they must be just feeding off that reef. Not another massive one, but a lovely one nonetheless. I do like a ling. Hopefully tomorrow we're going to target bigger ones down in Skarskandet. But that's fantastic, that is. We just lost a light now as well. We're going to give it another hour or two by here because the wind is picking up. Steve's behind holding the tripod on the GoPro because everything's getting blown over here. Steve's rods got blown over when he was helping there. But yeah, cracking. So I'm going to get him sorted now because his swim bladder's gone again. But yeah, cracking, man. 2 ling now and a couple of cod in there. It hasn't been the best day fishing, but we've certainly had a few fish for you. But I get it done now. I'm back in the box and hopefully we can get a bigger one now in the next hour.
Okay, that is a blackmouth dogfish. So just come up, and they generally come on to feed just as it gets dark. You know you've got one on because it feels like a bag of sort of weed coming up. But you also, the first thing you see normally is in your head torch is their eyes. Now these eyes are like jewels when they come up, so everything is completely dark and then you just got like cat's eyes coming up through the water at you. But they're called blackmouth. Let's see if I can get this chap to open its mouth up for us. Come on, let's have a look. You might be able to see that. Very, very black. Looks like it's been eating licorice all sorts, or something along those lines anyway. But yeah, blackmouth dogfish. We'll pop that one back now anyway.
Hopefully I'll shine my head torch on it, but it's from by here. I got a great run on that one. Here we go. You can see that going. Slackline me as well. We're trying to do our best filming, but it's pretty difficult here at the moment. Yep. Now the ordeal is now getting it over these snags.
Get right to the edge.
It's just pumping us. There's no finesse in this at all. That's off. Yeah, it's dropped it. Oh, right by there. Yeah, you got to bully him. Unfortunately, bullying it not the way forward, and it's dropped it. Oh. Right. Oh God, I'm betting that. This wind is something else, man. Yeah. Unfortunately, you've seen that then. I had to try and bully it, but that's the risk you take in, like Matt said. They dropped the bait. There it is, the head in there on the dongle, and it's just dropped it, unfortunately. But if you don't do it, it'll just take you into the reef, so you just got to lean into it and do your best. But that time we lost the fish, and it felt a good one then, that did. But I'm going to get another bait out now, and hopefully I can get one over that reef for you. I'll try and light Matt up here. You just see me losing that fish, and Matt turned around and Matt's into one as well. I'll try and light him up. I haven't got the lights out, I didn't have quick time. I'll try and light Matt up better now with my head torch. Like Matt's got to do, he's just got to battle it to get it up over that ledge.
Oh, big crab.
Oh. There we go, prime culprit. Matt with a big edible crab, eh? Well, funny. Well done, Matt. Well, I'll leave Matt sort that out now. We'll get back at it. I hope it comes out here. I just casted that back out, and I've been slack lined already. There we go. Yep. That was literally in the water, I'd say 5 minutes, if that. And I turned round and it was bent over and the drag was going. Steve quickly turned the camera on, and the other Steve put the floodlights on. And as you've seen, it was all slack, but it's so hairy trying to get it up over all this. Big cold fish.
I think it's a pollock. Where's the gap?
Yeah. We'll leave Matt get down now. We'll switch the camera off, and we'll get Matt go down and get it, and then we'll have a look at it when I get it back up now. But it looks like it's either a nice pollock or a big cold fish. Give us 2 minutes. Oh, that was a brilliant fight then. Matt just went down and got it, and you can see, right, that's a cracking pollock, that is. Lovely fish. I must have took it on the way down, and as you can see there, she's trying to torching it. There's a dongle with a hoodle herring on it, on the foam pop-up rackle rig, but in the dongle version. But that's a cracking pollock. Yeah, I cast out. I was winding down and then it started going slack, and then I was obviously rebaiting a rig up, and it's all you could hear was a drag was going. Yeah, lovely pollock that is. So we've got ling now, coalfish and pollock, but I'm going to get him sorted. As you can see, his swim bad has gone because we're bringing it up through some depth. But I get him all done and dusted, get him in the cool box. But yeah, just as the light's gone out now, we're starting to get fish. It's all we're hoping that the blackmouth dogfish don't come through, otherwise we're going to have to move location. But we're definitely going to give it another hour here in darkness to see what else we can get. But yeah, brilliant, really good fishing at the moment.
The rig's out there.
Here's Matt now, he's into a fish. A bit closer to him now. A good bend in that. It come off, is it?
I know, I think it did.
Looks like Matt's lost it, he got... Nightmare. It's a bullying technique, innit? Never mind. Let Matt get that back out there now, but like you said, it's a bullying technique. You've got to get him up over the top of that reef, but unfortunately sometimes you lose them. Never mind, Matt.
Hey ho.
Alright, that mark you've seen us on over there just got too windy and the blackmouth dogfish come in, and we had to move them because they weren't worth getting snagged up over a blackmouth dogfish. So we've just come down the road now to a jetty, and which normally produces haddock and ling, so that's what we're going to target now. We have cast out, lovely and comfy. As you can see, I'm out of my coat now, completely out of the wind. We did have a man test there today with the wind coming straight across. It's been a really difficult day. We had some nice fish in that. We didn't have any monsters, but we had some steady fish, some nice ling in that. But down here it's renowned for big ling and haddock. It's a lovely jetty and it's facing where we were fishing. It's directly opposite that, so it didn't take us long to get here. So we're going to have a couple of hours by here now before we head off to the lodge, back to the lodge, because we've got to get up early tomorrow to get down to Scarscondet. So we're just going to have a couple of hours there. Steve's already had a pollock, he has, of about £5. Oh, he's got another one there now. We'll go down and have a look now. That's good timing. Steve's into one. We'll go over now and light him up. There's a nice pollock. He just had a nice pollock. I like Steve up now. The bigger one, Steve, is it? Oh, it's a monster pollock it is. That's a huge pollock. Let me get my head torch on it. That's a cracking pollock, that is.
That's a big one. I'm going to get him up.
Right, what we're going to do is, because the other group have got the drop net, we weren't planning on fishing on here. So what Steve's going to have to do is, you're going to have to walk it down to the end, and we're going to have to... We'll have to gaff it down there. That's a cracking pollock, that is. That's easy, a double figure.
Come off.
Yeah, so we're going to walk it down now, and then we'll get a look at it when it comes back up. But that's a cracking pollock. Yeah, we just seen that then. That was brilliant. I was over there talking to you, telling me move to a new mark. And then Steve with a lovely pollock. You had a smaller one, he did, but then you came round and you had a bigger one. Yeah, that's not far off double figures. We'll give it a quick way, but that's a cracking one.
He took it on the drop.
Yeah. We knew there was pollock. Normally they're close in, but Steve casted that out. But cracking fish, Steve. Well done, mate.
Thank you very much.
Made up for you. So I'm going to let Steve sort that one out now, but it's a fantastic start here. Hopefully now we can get some haddock and ling. Cop off a nice evening then, Steve.
Well
done, Steve.
Thank you very much.
I quickly just run down. I had to get the camera and that out. And Matt's into a fish already as well. Hopefully it's a haddock, which we're after. I'll light him up now with the lights. Put the lights there. And light Matt up a bit. Oh, well then, Matt. Hopefully it's not a dogfish.
It's a nice cod. Nice cod.
Cod, is it? Oh, nice one, Matt.
Right, how are we going to get this?
Can we lift him up, Matt?
No.
Right, let's go down here.
Right, we're going to have to nip down the side here now, but it looks like Matt's got to... We'll have a little look over.
What I might be able to do is just lift it onto that lower platform once you're
Yeah.
there.
Oh, well, we'll get that up now and we'll get back to you once Matt has got that up. Yeah, we just seen Matt bringing that up. Believe it or not, he's turned to the dark side. He's got ragworm on. His first cast out, the little codling here. We're going to get the haddock. And I've just looked down there and my rod's bent over and the drag's going. But well done, Matt.
Yep, nice one.
Yeah, you just see me then. I run down and sorted Matt out, and as you can see on the right hand rod, it's pandemonium at the moment. Steve just missed one over there. There's a fish on my right hand rod.
Yeah, come off, he did.
You come off, did he, Steve?
Yeah.
It's typical. I run down and this was proper over and I could hear my drag going.
Yep, I didn't even have time to pick another one up.
Yeah, I was down by there talking to Matt. And I could see my rod just bending in the stand.
My line was right the other side.
I can't feel nothing on here at the moment. But yeah, I was over there and that's all I could see was my rod doing that and the drag going. Let me get into it now and see if it's on here. Yep. Oh, that's a good weight to that. Hopefully it's either the ling we're after.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I hopefully...
Oh, that's a good fish. Is it kicking still?
Yeah, hopefully it's a ling. What we're after.
A big pollack on this dog.
Hopefully it's a ling. What we're after. There's a bit of weight to it. There's a bit of weight to it. Oh, it's much easier than our mark we were fishing. I was just talking to Steve, innit, Steve?
Yeah.
Much better mark here. There's a bit of weight to this, so hopefully
That's a big pollack on this.
we can get him in now.
Up or walk down, Tal?
If you could bring the camera over here, Steve, when I bring him up, we can see if you can see him in the water.
What is it?
There's a bit of weight to it. He's coming up now, Steve. Hopefully we can get him on camera. A bit of weight to it, Steve.
See any white yet?
Hopefully it's a ling, Steve.
You what?
Hopefully it's a ling we were after.
Yeah, I can see it. Oh, it's a good fish, that is. Can see it there now? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a big cod it is.
Yeah, it's a nice one. Oh, there's a nice one too.
That's a cracking cod. Hope you can see that down there, Steve. You got him in there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good double figure cod, that is.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is now I'm going to have to walk him round to where Matt is, and I'll get back to you then when we turn that off. This looks like it's a lovely double figure cod. What I'll do is I'll walk it round and we'll get him up and then we'll have a look at him. Oh, we want to walk him down to the end there as we spoke about. We haven't got the drop neck. Well, look at that. That's a cracking cod, that is. We haven't weighed it yet, but I say that's a good double figure. I say 11, 12 pound. And as you can see there, the loop rig, the ring rig, sorry, right down there with a dongle and a circle look. But look at that, that's a lovely condition fish, that is. Big fat belly on him, big bucket mouth. That's a welcome one, that is. Moving to this new mark is much easier it is to fish out of the wind. And it's lovely. Hopefully now we can get into the ling, which we thought we were hoping this was going to be, or a nice big haddock. But yeah, brilliant fishing. So I'm going to get him sorted now. I'll give him a quick weigh, but I say he's about 10, 11 pound with a big fat belly on him. Brilliant, man. It was pandemonium, it was. We were all running around. Matt had one, Steve lost one. Steve next to me was having a bite, so hopefully we can have a nice couple of hours here now before we have to get back to the lodge. I was up there talking to Matt because Matt's got a fish. I'm going to run up in a minute, but I just could see my rod was bouncing. I wound it in quickly. The scourge of Norway, the blackmouth dogfish. Specimen hunters love them. You know, you can travel and get them up in Scotland. But yeah, the old blackmouth, there you can see. Nuisance out here sometimes, and they can be in plague proportions, worse than our dogfish. But I'm going to get this back, you know, and I'll run up there and help Matt because it looks like he's into a good fish. Just as we just spoke, you see me with a blackmouth dogfish. Matt shouted over, and Matt's into a nice fish now. And we watch Matt now. Hopefully it's a ling which we're after, or a big haddock. What bait you got on, Matt?
Worm.
Worm bait. Can't take him anywhere. Yeah. You come up to the surface, and once it's up on the surface, we're going to have a look now. Let me take you over. See if we can see it coming up. See what we got, yeah.
Probably took off.
Hopefully you can see it coming up in the water. Looks like a cod. Yeah, a cod and a crab. Crab's just fallen off.
Ah, good.
Look, he just spewed up one of our carcasses which we threw over, look.
That looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's one of the filleted carcasses just floating down there. And there's Matt bringing his cod around to there.
I think we can probably hand line that up. It's got a strong hook in it, holding its
yeah.
lid.
Well, we're going to get him up, but then we'll have a look at him. Yeah, we just seen it then. We had some Matt under it line up. Lovely condition cod again. On worm. Again. But yeah, it's lovely. They're all lovely condition fish, I've got to say it. Like the one I just had, a nice big fat belly in it, a cracking fish on worm, but there. Obviously, Mark, we are having a joke because Matt's using worm, but haddock, love worm, and obviously that's what we're trying to target. Haddock and ling. But well done, Matt.
So.
All right, the weather is proper coming now. I've got you behind the car. I've got my last cast out at the moment, but it's starting to rain now and the wind has just changed direction. The wind is so unpredictable in Norway. So I'm gonna, if I have anything on my last cast, I'll come back to you, but I need to pack the GoPro away because I don't want to get it wet and that. But it's been a fantastic dropping back onto this mark. We've had a lot of fish, cracking cod. Steve had a lovely cold fish, pollock, sorry. It's been fantastic, but we're going to get ourselves away now because we need to get some food down there, so I'm up early tomorrow to travel down to Skarsgård to meet my old friend Phil Dale, and I'm so looking forward to doing a bit of shadding for you and see if we can catch one of those monsters cods from Straumann. But that's me done now. A brilliant day, hard first part, but then we got into the fish. And then this evening when we moved on to another mark, we got into the fish again. So thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow.